So here's a game I was playing with my friend on Lucci, and I'm going to go over some of my choices. So in that opening hand, I didn't have a pair and I didn't have stage, so I just mulligan. In this one, I get lucky and I have a Reiju pair, which is pretty good. And I'd rather play it here instead of 4 in case I draw into a play on 4, like maybe, well, I'll have 3 Dawn, but Porch would be a pair, or a good start. I could have a blue pair, which is unlikely out of 3 cards drawn. Or I could get the stage faster, which is what I want. I take this because I'm still digging for pieces and 8 is a huge swing. I get lucky to get the stage off that first life to actually open up my game. Because now I can start digging for more pieces and especially set up Judge, which you need to do into Lucci. Because if you don't play Judge into Lucci, you're really just trying to raise them and you're going to run out of cards while they just keep building their board and blowing your stuff up. So here I take the red because I already have a Judge and I'd rather just discard red than Judge eventually. And you don't need 2, I don't want to hold 2 bricks in hand all game. So here I just swing 5, thinking about what to do with the other 2 Dawn. Probably just going to put it on leader because I don't have another Reiju pair to use. But I'd rather swing with the 5 first in case I hit a finger pistol, which I don't think they play anymore, but you're kind of used to it. Here, he doesn't blow up my character and he doesn't play a Sabo, which is both fine. Kuzan's kind of annoying and I have no out right now, but I'm fine with that card coming down. Because generally it means I get to keep my Reiju. Anything I play on this next turn though is susceptible to dying, which, you know, it is what it is. I still don't have a red pair or any real pair except for this Reiju, so I decided to just go again with the stage. And since I have so many cards in hand, I couldn't even do the Reiju pair at this time. So I sort of think about what I want to discard and how I want to play the turn. I just discard another red. I was joking with him that all I have are reds. I get a little blue because you just kind of want more pieces for Judge. And it's better to get the small pieces because even if you Judge and you can draw with Reiju, you can draw into, like, let's say that blue that I'm missing. Swing 5, they guard. They should guard, you know, the small swings in case, like, I want a pudding or something. I swing 7, and then here I have 7 in hand, so if I do the Reiju into the Reiju in my hand, I go to 5, and so I can draw 3 again. And since I'm at 4 Dawn, my plan next turn is to not ramp any Dawn, or like not to Dawn minus. But since I drew a very good hand of red, Porch, Maria, that can be my 6 Dawn play completely, and then I can ramp back up even though I Dawn minus 2. So they swing the Kuzan, they minus the Reiju. I don't care about either of these Reijus right now. I honestly would be fine if they both went. I didn't expect a 7, and I don't want to give 2 2Ks because I need the Black Maria and the red, so I just end up taking this. Because I was like honestly expecting Jack, and I was like, okay, Jack will pop 1 guy, that's fine. I don't really care what Kuzan does. So here they're thinking about their play. And what they end up doing, I think, is playing Saba. If I had to guess. Oh, they Ice Age Lucci. Okay. So they just wanted to clear the Reijus. I think that's okay. I think it's a waste of an Ice Age unless they have a lot of them. Or multiples. Here, I have 9 in hand, and you want to get to at least 7 in hand for Judge. Do the Porch, hit no targets. I don't think I'd seen a... Well, I did bottom deck 2 choppers, so it makes sense that I'm sort of whiffing on this. I put the blue there in case that's the only one I have for a while and I need to get to it. And I play out the red. Red draws me Porch off the leader. And then I don't think about it, but I could go Porch Maria. Instead, I just end up going Maria later. Get another 1K. It's our only target. We bring out one of our 4 reds. I usually like swinging into Kuzan because Kuzan's actually a threat to the red. And especially if I'm swinging into 3K Kuzan, I'm fine with that. 7K, if they give me 2 cards or a life, I'm fine with both. I should probably play the Porch here just to go wide and get a free 5K in. I was thinking I could play around... he ends up playing Isho here. I was thinking I could play around Isho, but I couldn't really. Because I have 7 in hand, and even if I did like Porch whiff into Maria, I'd still have 6. So I guard this because I'm just going to try and stay high life to play Judge. I want to keep at least 2 life, and if they don't play a big body here and they just swing out, I'm still in a good position. I'd say even with 0 life, I'd be in a fine position. But they play Isho. Because they swung, I got to go to 6. So that's why I was thinking I could have played another. But they hit my only judge in hand, and I bottom decked the other one. So now I know that I won't have judge for the rest of the game, which is kind of unfortunate because you do usually need judge against Lucci. So they swing 7. I don't want to go to 1 life with that board because that just means I probably die. And ideally, I should be able to get to a Reiju. Or at least, you know, make it to where I can kill this Lucci and they only have 2 swings to my 2 life. So here I still have that porch that I kept, and I can do a lot of different plays with it in terms of Dawn minusing. I check here with a 7 to see if the 7 lands, because then I could go like 7, 7, or like 7, 9, 10, I think would be a number. I decide sort of against that because there's so many cards in hand, and I do need to kill this Lucci if it goes south. Because usually it's better to play the long game than to kind of shotgun, you know, what you have. I get a porch here, which is cool. It's nice to hit anything, really. And then I don't have a target I want to play because I don't want to play out the Sora. So I think I choose not to play anything here. But after this, I want to do my top 3 to try and get a pair, whether it be, you know, Reiju, red, or even the blue is fine here because it does clear Lucci. I draw a pudding, which I don't need, but it's 1k counter. So I think I should have just discarded the pudding, but I do the porch. I get lucky, I get a red. Red makes this Lucci very vulnerable, and I think Maria's a 3k, so no, I couldn't even swing with Maria. It's either a 2 or 3. I ran my Dawn already in case I accidentally hit a trigger in the life. Because now I guess I care more about the Maria, and I've Dawn minus enough with porch and red. I swing out, put them to 1, and then you have to ramp back for Maria. So here, I'm really hoping that I can stick one of these bodies with the amount of counter in my hand. Or ideally more than one, right? I don't really care about the Maria, but I do care about the reds. But with Isho here, being super annoying, he -3s my whole board, so it makes all the porches really easy to pop. And it puts the reds into an easier frame to hit, especially with like an event. But it's hard to play, let's say, 2 events here and Isho and play like a big enough board to clear my stuff. They make a really good play, which is where you'll see, I think they reduce one of the reds. I guess here they decide to swing first. They reduce one of the reds. Okay, like I thought. So it puts the red down to 1 cost, which is extremely in the Lucci range, or even 3 cost Brook. They swing 10 because they want to use 8 Dawn, and I have 2 2Ks, which is really nice because I held on to them instead of guarding that 7K earlier, and I took that life. Sometimes people just stop swinging at your life and they just swing at your board and you're sort of out of resources. So even though it's a little sketchy to go down to 2 before your judge, I thought it was a better play. Now they're thinking, how can I not die? How can I not die? Because they have, right now, 0 blockers, 0 life. They swing 5, they just want to clear another body, I guess. And I give them this pudding. I don't know what their play would have been if they cleared this. Maybe their play would have been like a 8 cost Moria and they pop both reds. I'm not sure what the trash was, but that would be a decent play to like Rebecca, Helmeppo, Spandine, Lucci, both the reds. And just leave me with like a porch Maria leader. Even though I'm going to at least 9 Dawn, I think I'm going to 10 Dawn. It's still not that bad because it'd be like what? A 10k, 10k? Or even something like, if Maria's a 2k, which I really can't remember, I could be like 7, 7, 8. So they pop 2. I'm like, okay, that's expected. They Rebecca here. They get a Spandine. The Spandine gets a Lucci, which I was like, okay, that really sucks. He pops 4 here. But I do get to keep the 1 red. And with the limited amount of cards in my hand, I only have 1 play, really, which is just a split. And just friendly audio. He also he was saying I died of the split here. So I think about it, I do the chopper top 3, I was like maybe I get a red, or like a blue would have been actually really good, because a blue could let me go bounce for 3 and then go 14-5, which is slightly better than just like a blocked, what do you call it, on a blocked 11. I might have been out of blues though, because I only played 2, so I just split with the 11s because I have no way to win or survive besides that, and they end up having just straight up no counter. So for the video, this is sort of what I played for my deck list, just pretty standard, but I like playing more 2Ks with Sanji. We kind of cut Gina as a whole for Maria, just because it's really hard to fit in more quote-unquote unsearchable 2Ks, because you can't really add them off your stage or anything. And then I have 2 Queen here, which isn't that great against Lucci, but it's really good into other matchups, or just to help you not break. So I'm still kind of messing with this. I might change like a Queen for another Sanji, or even put in like 3 of each blue, but probably not, because blue is pretty bad, and certain matchups are like you just don't really care about them, because you'd rather just play Reiju and Ichiji. But this is the deck. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the gameplay, the deck, or if you want to see any other sort of videos where like a certain matchup and I could discuss more in depth, or go to slower pace where it's not just a pre-recorded game and I'm talking over it, where I sort of talk through a game that I'm currently playing. And yeah, let me know what you think.